Hey guys, this is Hiroton Almighty 2011. Welcome you back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we obtained water bombs and even more bombs as we made our way to the fishing hole. This beautiful, beautiful area. And in this episode, we're actually going to want to do some fishing because, along with the empty bottle that we got in the last part of the LP, there's actually one more thing for us here that we can get that isn't just a side quest. Well, I mean a side quest that basically has no purpose. You can swim here if you want, but it really doesn't do anything. So basically, what you want to do is go over to the hut and actually start a fishing game. I forget how much it is. I think it's free the first time you go, but I'm gonna switch to my hero's clothes for now because this coming up is hilarious. I love the look on Link's face, how like he's so mesmerized, like, Hi there! Hey, you! You've never been here before, have you? Well, I'm the owner of the fishing hole. My name's Henna. Nice to meet you. Now, Henna, I used to have a crush on her when I was younger and everything. About her? She's actually the younger sister of the... Okay. As she's going to point out right here, a fun fact about the fishing hole is that it's the only area in the entire game where if you use the C stick or the C button if you're playing the Wii version to look around, she'll actually comment on what you're looking at. So, that's my older sister. She caught... Yeah, she's related to her and the other guy we met at Farron Woods, and I forget their names, so... Yeah, it's weird how you have pretty much like basically like African American characters with afros, and then you have her who pretty much looks like a country girl. Yeah, weird family, huh? That's my older sister. The shot is from the day that she caught herself 17-inch high-roll bass. Her name's Isa, by the way. Make sure you drop by our boat rental shop sometime, okay? We're actually going to be going there after this, so... Oh, that thing. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute, but let's continue to look at the picture, shall we? Next is a... Or you can look at that picture again. Okay. Actually, I had a crush on her too when I was younger, so kinda. Anyway, over here, that's a 22-inch high-roll bass I caught. It's not very big, but it's a fish that I spotted and caught all by myself, so I took the picture. By the way, even though there's no Pictobox in this game, it's weird how they have photographs, right? Yeah, again, out-of-place technology in Zelda games when it's supposed to be medieval. Jeez. Okay, over here, that's me and the first fish I caught. It's a 20-inch Hylian pike. 28-inch. I swear, I'll never forget that day. Such sweet memories. Over here is the guy from Farron Woods, which, wow, that picture is very pixelated. That's my older brother, Koro. Okay, that's the name. And the 25-inch Ordon catfish he caught. He's the only one in our family who's lousy at fishing. He only managed to catch it because he uses a sinking lure, cheater. And if you had an eagle eye, you may have noticed this kind of out-of-place picture of the fisherman from Ocarina of Time. And yes, she does comment on him. I like how it's the same exact picture from Ocarina of Time also. You can tell it's the same model. That's one of Hyrule's legendary fishermen. Look, he's got a Hylian loach, doesn't he? He may be one of my ancestors. Of course, I can't exactly prove that. It's just kind of wishful thinking on my part. Kind of sad. And also, you may notice when you observe the picture of the fisherman, she's scratching herself just like the guy does in Ocarina of Time. So yeah, a nice little reference. There's a bunch of other stuff that you can look at in this area, such as the bird over here, or the fish, the canoeing. And she makes a bunch of little comments on it, which I guess I can show at the end of the video. But the funniest one is over here, where if you look at this hat rack, which I can get a good look, there we go. That's mine. You know, it's generally considered polite to take off your hat when you come to... Yeah, I love that one. She just comments the fact that Link never takes off his hat. So anyway, you come over and talk to her. You want to try some lure fishing? It's 20 rupees for the whole deal. There's no time limit, and the canoe rental's included. That sound okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll see. Well, seeing how this is your first time and all, I'll throw in the guide service for free. Let's get fishing. Normally, if you want to go with her as a guide, it costs 100 rupees. So again, if you have time to kill, sure, do this. But we're not going to be going for any fish. The thing that we have to go for is actually right over here. You notice there's a piece of heart. If you're very skilled, you can get this with an item we're getting later, or the Gale Boomerang if you're lucky. But this is how you're supposed to get it normally. What you want to do is be like Big the Cat and try to fish it. The fishing controls are essentially very... Oh, I missed! Very basic and... Wow, there's actually a fish that came after me. Okay. I might as well try to catch this fish while I'm at it, because she'll actually comment you didn't catch anything if you just be like that. The fishing's pretty basic, so I don't really have to go over it. Really, it's kind of the same gist as... Did I mess that up? Okay, no. I thought I missed my chance. Basically, it's... You know, if you play one fishing game, you play them all. This is actually a lot of fun on the Wii version, which I'll cover that too. But... I'm going to keep this fish because she does comment you didn't catch anything if you quit the game now. But we want to go over here and try our best to... I'm trying to aim this correctly. We want to... Oh, I missed again. What you want to do is try to get your rod to hit the piece of heart, but it's not the easiest thing to hit, especially when your controller's sensitive like mine. Anyway, I missed again. If I don't get this on the next try, I'm gonna cut it out till I do. Okay, let's see if maybe if I get a little bit closer, I can do it. So, no, there's kind of a fun fact about this area too. Which, okay, I'll cut out till I get it. There we go. Jeez, it only took the next try right after I said that too. What's that? A piece of heart? Ooh, whose heart did you catch, you big sweetheart? Don't be shy, this one's yours to keep. Okay, now we actually want to quit the minigame by pressing A. You can change lures if you want, but I'll go over this when we actually do this minigame for reals. For realsies. Call it quits. You really want to quit? Yes, I do. Because really, that's all we really wanted out of this minigame. Hey, all done? Whew, that was fun, wasn't it? I put the fish you kept in the tank, so we should fish together again sometime. Okay, so now that we got the piece of heart, we can actually leave this area, and there is one more thing I want to show besides showing all the other comments that she does at the end slate. Well, two things, actually. This over here. This, as she's going to let us know, is Roll Goal. Roll Goal is a terrible, terrible minigame that you need to do if you want to do this game 100%. Now, because I'm not a masochist, we are going to do this at the end of the LP. We're not going to do this now. But essentially, here's how the game works. In the Wii version, you would use the Wii Remote as a, you would hold it as if you were holding it on the top of your hand, like a serving tray. And you would roll the ball into the goal without it falling. And again, because it's the Wii, it's actually a bit easier to manage. Sounds simple, right? So how do you control this in the GameCube version? Use the control stick like Super Monkey Ball, right? No. You use the C-stick. Yeah. Who was the genius who thought using the C-stick to balance instead of the the analog stick was the smartest idea? Well, you have to clear it a multiple number of times because the reason it's required is, as she says in one of the comments that I'll put in the end slate, is that beating this minigame lets you use the frog fishing lure, which is what you need to collect the legendary Hylian Loach, which is the biggest fish in the game, and yes, it is required for 100%. You don't get anything from it minus a record, but it's still required. Anyways, we're going to be doing this a lot later, but I'm just pointing it out considering it's a very, very terrible minigame. The last thing I want to show is actually pretty funny. You know how Link has a habit of destroying pots and everything? Well, they let you roll around in this area. What happens if we roll around too much? Hey, take it easy, there's no call for that. Well, she comments on it, however, you can actually piss her off to the extent where she kicks you out. Well, I'm going to be showing that right now, because it's hilarious. Hey, take it easy, there's no call for that. Come on, try to control yourself. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. That's it, enough. You're being a jerk. Get out. So yeah, she actually kicks you outside, and for some reason we start over here. But funniest thing is, you literally are not allowed back inside until you apologize. Because if I remember correctly, if you don't answer her, she just kicks you out again. But I'm gonna want to just apologize because I was just showing that off just to be funny, and frankly, you know, I'm not trying to be a jerk on purpose. That was just funny to show off. Please oh, there isn't an option to not say it. Okay. I apologize. Saying sorry solved everything. All souls in Hyrule will be out of chops. Fine, apology accepted. Okay, so we're allowed back in whenever we want. There is one last thing I do want to show off, which is a bit time-consuming, but I'll show it off now because we're not really going to focus on it later. You may notice that there are cherry blossoms around the the fishing hole. Right now, something that the fishing hole in this game has is that it's actually seasonal. So it acts a bit like Animal Crossing, where there's a day and night cycle and there are seasons, so you can get different fish based on the season and the time, and also the weather, because it will occasionally rain. How you change the seasons is actually determined on how many times you come in here. The first time you come in here, it will always be spring. But the moment you leave the door and come back, it will shift from summer, winter, August, and spring in a cycle, how it normally is in the real world. So I'm going to quickly do that just to show off what they look like during the seasons, while I put an annotation showing you what season it is. I'm not going to show you what fish we're catching, considering, again, we're going to be leaving the side quest for much, much later, but I'm going to quickly show this off, and then we're going to resume later. So I will be right back. Okay, now that we're back, now we want to continue the main story. So, if you remember what she said, we want to go talk to her sister Isa because she has a boat rental service. A customer? Sorry, but we're temporarily closed. Now, this stumped me so badly when I was a child. She says this, and basically there's nothing you can do. And by the way, there's a golden bug over here, but at the moment you can't really get it. Well, can you? I'm curious, because I've never actually tried to get that bug, as I am now. Let me see if I can get it. Well, I'm going to be very finicky with the controls here. Holy crap, you actually can get this bug right away. I forget where the, where its counterpart is. But yeah, you can get the bug right now. Okay, there's another golden bug. After you talk to her, what you're supposed to do is go towards the fishing hole again, because we're trapped and we have to fight some shadow beasts. And this is another part of the game where I was forced to basically figure out, oh yeah, you're supposed to kill them as a human Link with the spin attack. And this is also unintentionally funny. She does a gigantic scream, and it's so unintentionally funny just because of how obnoxious it is. Anyway, go over here, and let's just kill these two. I will admit, doing spin attacks sometimes is easier in the Wii version just because you just have to flick the nunchuck, but it is cumbersome at sometimes. Anyway, now, that we have a portal for later, if we ever become a wolf once again. Whoa, that scared me. Who are you? How do you keep your cool fighting monsters like that? Wow, you... Wow, what a champ you are. Well, what are we standing around jawing for? Come on inside. Golly. Talk about scary, I thought it was done for. Things have gotten pretty crazy around here, let me tell you. So thanks for earlier. My name's Iza, I rent boats here. Well, I used to rent boats here, but then we had this rockfall and dammed up the river. Yeah, I could sure use a helpful guy at times like this. Yep, a handy guy would sure be a big helper. ... No, I'll help. Really? You're a lifesaver. Well, do you think you could do something about that rock? I'll give you some bombs and arrows, put them together and shoot your bomb arrows at that thing. So you notice we actually have another bomb bag, but it's only temporary. Despite her giving bombs, you actually want to equip the bombs you have on you already. Trust me about this, I know what I'm talking about. So, as funny as this is, you can actually leave and she'll just ask, like, where'd you go? This, the boat service area is also attributed to a glitch that'll show off at the end of LP, where you can get infinite bomb arrows. But the glitch is kind of hard to pull off, and frankly, since we're doing story right now, I don't want to exploit it, considering I can't anyway. So let's just do this legit by blowing that up. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to use water bombs for that, you just have to use regular bombs, just don't make them hit the water. Yay! You did it! Well, my gal tells me there are some rocks blocking the way along the river, so you should take care of those too. Here's the boat, hop in. Now, it's a teensy bit dangerous downriver of here, so don't leave the boat, okay? One of our part-timers working down there, so I can get the details from her. And when you're done, you can keep the bomb bag and everything as a token of my appreciation. So, be seeing ya. So that's what I was talking about. First of all, right now, we have a little mini-game where we have to go down the river and control the boat. But we have infinite bomb arrows. But they'll still hurt you if you hold on for them for too long. She's essentially giving us the bomb bag, so now we have 3 bomb bags. And no, there aren't any more, sadly. But yeah, we now have 3 bomb bags, and we can keep them we can keep the bombs as long as we don't use them up. If you want a secondary pair of water bombs, I suggest getting rid of one of the the bombs in one of the bomb bags and buying some more. But considering 15 pretty much is good. And I do know another area where you can buy bomb arrows later. I'm not going to be using that, so I'm just letting you guys know for later. You don't have to use the, if you notice, we're actually underneath the Bridge of Eldin. If you look up, you can actually see that's all broken and everything. And over here, remember when I was talking about how the Zoras kind of seem very unisex because they all seem female? This is what I was talking about. This is the only Zora in the game that they specifically state that it's a woman. And it's weird because, again, they all look the same. Ah, you've come at the request of the shop owner, haven't you? Well, I'm her employee. Part-time for now. Sorry we troubled you so. You see, these rocks are blocking the natural flow of the river. All you need to do is use your bomb arrows to destroy the blockage. We want to do that because we're actually getting sucked in towards it anyway. So, destroy that. You did it, thank you. Ah, and the water has already begun to flow. Then I shall guide you from the mouth of the river. Follow me. So now we want to follow the Zora lady, and she'll actually drop rupees behind her, so if you want to pick up some money, if you're very good at controlling the canoe, even though it controls like ass, you can do that. I say that because I'm missing literally every single rupee she's dropping. If you want to stop and look around, like I said, you can notice we're underneath the Bridge of Eldin, and it's actually pretty cool that we're going underneath a lot of sections of Hyrule, and jeez. Normally this would... Am I stuck? I'm stuck! Game? Can you help me out here, please? Okay, thank you. It's kind of cool that you can actually see, like, the sections of Hyrule you're going under, and you'll notice also we're at, the section that we were flying, over when we were, using that, Shadow Beast to fly up to, Zora's domain. So, Not much to say while we're going down Zora's River, except this is actually pretty fun. There's a mini game we're going to be wanting to do here later, and frankly, I absolutely suck at that mini game, but it is required for something later, an item upgrade. So we're going to be doing that, but probably after the Lake Bed Temple and all that. Whoa, that camera angle was weird. I swear I could have saw like my bomb clip through everything. What's weird is that they have you use X to fire when I'm more so used to using Y for firing for everything, but, you know, GameCube controls. So now we've made it back to Lake Hylia, and funny thing enough, you can actually still use your bomb arrows here, even though they really don't serve a purpose. Good job out there. You've truly done us a great service. Now the shop can finally reopen. When we were closed, my boss's temper only got worse and worse. It was a rough time for us all. Oh, and another thing. I don't suppose she promised you anything special for this, did she? Just that bomb bag, right? Yeah, she tends to bribe people with whatever she's lying around. So stingy, really. It's alright. I'll let her know you kept it when I get back. Okay, so now we get to keep that third bomb bag. Like I said, if you want to empty it out and get more water bombs, you can, but it's a bit of a trek back, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can if you will. Now, this is really weird. I know she's pulling the boat somehow, even though there's no, like, rope or anything modeled onto her. If you actually look and, like, see her going back up the river, this is actually really funny. Because, like, again, like, there's no rope modeled on, so it just looks like the canoe is just going back up on its own. Okay, so, this bird over here isn't an enemy, it's actually an NPC, but he won't talk to us for the time being, so I'll avoid him. There's another Poe over there, but again, nothing you can do for the time being. The glitch I was talking about, for both speedrunners and something you can do to see how massive Lake Hylia is, it's over here, but we don't have the item to exploit that just yet. So for now, we're going to re-equip our Zora armor, and actually there is... Oh wait, no, I can't get that yet anyway. I was thinking of another piece of hardware we can get, but then I realized we can't get that yet regardless. So I'm going to equip my water bombs and my iron boots, and look at... freaking arrow. And as weird as this like little patch of water is over here, what we want to do is swim over to that purple dot on the Lake Hylia map. And again, as I said in the previous episode, the fact that everything is illuminated for Link when you wear the Zora armor when you're swimming, it's more noticeable here considering it's pitch black. It's almost pitch black if you're normal Link. So we want to swim all the way over here, and yeah, there's no way in hell we were making this as normal Link. It is way too deep. Anyway, down here is actually where the Lake Temple is. You need at least 2 water bombs to get in here, so I'm just letting you know that in advance. However, there is a small shop down here, in the form of the Zora over here, if we can talk to him. Well, his face is in a, in an awkward position. Sir, you are the garbage hero of my people's legends. Are you perhaps... Well met! I, D-Hero, am a maker of bombs. Pardon me for asking, have you heard of water bombs? They are very dangerous indeed, but you should be able to master them. I'm quite sure you find them very useful. How would you like to buy some of my handmade water bombs for just 90 rupees? We have plenty of money, so sure. I'll put these in your bag. If you ever run out of warm water bombs, come talk to me. That whole thing I said, how basically if you run out of... I should have used my water bombs, now that I think about it. If you run out of water bombs, you can just talk to this guy over here. Plus, there's random yellow rupees and blue rupees scattered around here, so you don't really have to run out of money, but keep in mind it is 90 rupees every time if you want to get more water bombs over here. Because there's no way to get them any cheaper. Now, we lay this down, and that's the first water bomb that we want to use. Doing so will make a vent go up, and now that we have that, or if you're skilled, you can use this water bomb to blow up that rock over there. And we just have to wait. Okay, so now the entrance to Lake Bed Temple is open. If there's anything else you want to do before heading in here, I suggest to do it now because, frankly, I don't really believe in leaving a dungeon and going back unless you really, really need to do something. Anyway, let's head inside. Now, we don't really get an intro for the dungeon yet, which is a little bit weird. But let's just swim through this cavern, and there's actually two ways you can go to. Um, those jellyfish will hurt you, obviously, and really there's no way to... Ow! There's no way to kill these enemies yet, so just try to avoid them as best as possible. But the moment that you swim up here, and I believe there are actually rupees on those ledges, you swim up here, and... Welcome to Lake Bed Temple, one of the better water dungeons in Zelda games. And I believe that Chu just committed suicide. And with us reaching the Lake Bed Temple and the fact we're surrounded by Chus, I'm actually going to end this off here. So, the next episode of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we're going to be handling the third temple of the game. And I promise this time it won't be post-commentary, but I'll probably change the music. Okay. See you guys next time.